Where's your hall pass?
I'm Colleen Nelson. I'm the principal here at Northwood, and you know, I do principal stuff, so I keep people motivated here at school, help them get their jobs done. So if people are down, I try to bring them up. And if people are up, I try to bring them down. Just kind of keep things moving forward, keep people motivated. Never a dull moment around here.
Oh, hey, Janelle, will you do me a favor? If you see Zoila before I do, will you tell her not to clean up Olson's room yet? I want him to kind of see that first, so tell her to just wait.
Okay.
Great, thank you.
Sabas kay Zola, Mr. Simpson, kay limpiamos todo. Todo esto, todo globos, completamente. ¿Está bien? Gracias.
Right. Oh, shit.
Go Cougs!
Oh, way to go. Way to go, Nelson. Woo! Good job. Good work. Another great week. This phone. Hello?
Hi, Colleen. It's Superintendent Vargas from the district office. How are you doing?
Yeah, good.
Good. Colleen, I'm a little concerned. Looking at your school's MSP scores, I'm not sure what you're doing over there. I need to get with you to talk about your plans for improving test scores this year. We're a little concerned about what's going on. Do you have any goals set up right now? Anything you're shooting for?
Goals? Goals? Oh, okay, well just a second, let me check on that. Hang on for a sec. Hey Dylan, do we have any goals set for this year?
Hey Colleen? Colleen, you know I'm not on hold, I'm on the phone. I can hear everything that you're saying.
Oh, is that you, Dr. Vargas?
Colleen, what are you doing over there all day?
I don't know what it is about goals. Some of us do them around here and some of us don't. I pretty much like to have other people do them, but whatever. So, what kind of MSP scores are you looking for, Dr. V?
Well, you know, for starters, I mean, standard is getting your students to a score of 400 or better in math, science, reading, and writing by the end of the school year.
Oh, so most schools do that in a year? We can do that in one day.
In a day?
Yeah.
So listen, I know you bleed purple, teal, and all that stuff, but I need you to listen to me. You need to set some reasonable...
400s across the board in 24 hours? That's nothing. Why? Because Jack Bauer can do more in 24 hours than any of us can do. We have 33 people. There's only one Jack.
Colleen just told me that she thinks that we can get every student to standard in just one day. Now, I don't know where she's coming up with this. They must be putting something in the water here in Kent, because every student in one day?
It would only take Jack Bauer 2 minutes to get a confession out of the Joker.
So maybe she needs to set more realistic goals, like only half of the male students complaining about having to do-si-do during square dancing in PE class.
Jack Bauer can get breakfast at McDonald's after 10:30 a.m.
You know, maybe rid the school of 50% of the female drama. Let's try for just 10% of the female drama.
People with amnesia still remember Jack Bauer.
Let's, you know, rid the boys' locker room of that permanent smell that can only be described as BO, Axe body spray, and corn chips.
In 96 hours, Jack Bauer has killed 92 people and saved the world 4 times. What have you done with your life? All right, staff meeting, everybody. I am just ready to take on the world. He lit my fire. I'm ready to go like a jaguar. Rawr.
Dakius, what is it this time? Traffic? Forgot your shoes? Forgot your phone? I don't think there's been a day she's been on time. I mean, you know, any other place you'd be fired for that. It's hard to tell what time she's coming in. We've already set up our PE equipment. Everything's ready to go, so she just waltzes in. 9:30, 10 o'clock on late start days. I mean, what was her excuses? She's got traffic. She lives right down the street. She forgets something. I don't know. I had to go back home and get it. Power went out. Alarm clock didn't go off.
I come to work late every day, but when we're meeting as a whole staff in the library, everybody's coming to work hungry and they're expecting me to bring food, so I try not to disappoint, but it's never what they want.
So these morning meetings, they're like 45 minutes long, and probably 20 minutes of those we spend talking about Seahawks games, Survivor, Jack Bauer, what's going on in people's lives, that kind of stuff.
All right, everyone, we come together once a week for these meetings, and what do? We spend time and we end up talking about some of the problems in our school, like who the current smelly kid is, or why the carpets smell worse after they've been cleaned, and who we're going to secretly pick on this week. We also talk about some of our other favorite stuff, like Jack Bauer. Let's talk about Jack Bauer. What does he do in 24 hours?
Jack Bauer, who is he?
What I ended up doing with Dr. Vargas is I told him that we're going to get every student to standard and passing the MSP by the end of today. Just show him that we can do whatever we want, anytime we want. Right now, I'm proving to him that this school is capable of pulling that off. A school in Kent has never done that before, and we're going to do it today.
So Colleen's really good at coming up with goals or thinking of goals, but when she throws them out, they're not really all that realistic. So we sort of nod and say, yeah, we'll do that, but basically we know the only one who's really going to take it on and succeed is, well, Esper, you know.
That's all I'm asking you guys. 24 hours, everyone up to standard. It starts right now. If you have any doubt, just remember, what would Jack Bauer do?
Okay, good morning guys, happy Monday, it's great to see you. You guys all look real excited and delightful and delighted to be here. Today we're going to be learning about the 7 continents, not just you guys, but myself included. We're going to just kind of learn the names of the 7 continents, because I think that's really all you guys can handle, and it's pretty much all I can handle today in class as well.
Yeah, I think this year is going really well. I mean, I have the behavioral management piece down, which is essential for maintaining a good instructional classroom. So I'm just trying to get the best out of the students that I can. I think one of my main focuses is something that I try to do is establish a culture of friendship. I kind of think of my classroom as like a fraternity where I have brothers and sisters, and it's more of a friendship than a teacher-student relationship. I actually refer to my students as besties, and I don't know how you can go wrong with that.
Okay, so class, yeah, I guess we're going to be learning about the 7 continents of the world today. There are 7. Yeah, there are 7 continents. So can anybody name one of the 7 continents for me?
Pluto?
Well, that's kind of a funny story. That's one of those higher level thinking questions that I've been trying to work with you guys on. Pluto used to be one of those 7 continents, but it's kind of too small and too far away, so scientists realized that it's not really a continent anymore. So I guess there used to be 8 continents, and now there's only 7, so Pluto's not one.
I mean, there's this lesson planning thing, which is supposed to be this real big, overbearing, big deal, but I haven't really had to do one, because there's this thing called team teaching, where you basically rely on the other teacher to do all the work for you. So I really haven't had to do a whole lot of work.
Okay, can we name any of the other ones? Here's a hint. We live on one of them. That's the hint. Does anybody know another continent?
Earth.
Well, Earth is what we live on. You're right. But we also live on North America. That's the first continent.
Now the problem might arise where you don't have a teen teacher, but I found a solution to that. What you do is you just find a kid that's really smart in your class. And I'm not talking like a C student, I'm talking like an A or a B type of student where they can just do a lot of the lesson planning for you. In terms of my students' focus and performance, I think it's been excellent. I mean, you know, I don't even really know where they get it sometimes. For instance, if that little Wayne guy, if he were to come into the classroom, I think they'd barely even flinch.
South America, Europe, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, and Africa. And they were actually discovered in that order, Africa last.
I don't know if you noticed, but during the continent lesson, there were a couple of gentlemen in the back who were kicking around a soccer ball from the sport of football. And what they were doing is they were kicking a certain continent, and it was really a great chance for me to check the accuracy of what they were learning.
And actually, the cool thing is recently we discovered some new continents, but sometimes they're considered part of the 7, and then sometimes they're not. It really just kind of depends.
I also don't know if you noticed, but we also have some science integration going on in the classroom. There's actually some kids talking about sleeping cycles, and what they're trying to do is trying to figure out how much they can learn through the REM cycle of their sleep. So it's really a great integration. So overall, in terms of my performance, I mean, I think it's been pretty spectacular. Some might say even amazing. All I can really say is that I'm changing lives.